In the ancient land of Canaan, there lived a young man named Joseph, the favored son of his father Jacob. This special status was symbolized by a magnificent multicolored coat, a gift that ignited the flames of jealousy in his older brothers. Joseph was also a dreamer, blessed with visions that foretold his future greatness, dreams of sheaves of wheat and celestial bodies bowing before him. When he shared these dreams, his brothers' resentment festered into a dark conspiracy. They saw him not as a brother, but as a threat to their own standing. In an act of profound betrayal, they seized him, threw him into a desolate pit, and ultimately sold him to a caravan of passing traders bound for the foreign land of Egypt. As Joseph was carried away, his brothers believed they had silenced his dreams and ended his story forever. In reality, it was only the beginning. Upon arriving in Egypt, Joseph was sold as a slave into the household of Potiphar, a high-ranking official in Pharaoh's court. Despite his dire circumstances, Joseph's inherent integrity and diligence shone brightly. He served his master faithfully, and his competence did not go unnoticed. Potiphar entrusted him with the management of his entire estate, and everything under Joseph's care prospered. However, this period of relative peace was shattered by a devastating betrayal. Potiphar's wife made advances toward Joseph, and when he righteously refused, she falsely accused him of assault. Without a fair trial, Joseph was stripped of his position and his dignity, and cast into the darkness of the king's prison, a place reserved for the state's most serious offenders. It was a place of despair, yet even in the crushing gloom of his cell, Joseph's faith in a greater purpose did not waver. Confined within the prison walls, Joseph's divine gift for interpreting dreams soon became apparent. He accurately deciphered the perplexing dreams of two of Pharaoh's officials who were imprisoned with him, the chief cupbearer and the chief baker. While the baker met a grim fate as predicted, the cupbearer was restored to his position. Just as Joseph had foretold, years passed, and Joseph seemed to be forgotten, languishing in his cell. But one day, Pharaoh, the absolute ruler of Egypt, was deeply troubled by two disturbing dreams. Visions of 7 sickly cows devouring 7 healthy ones, and 7 withered ears of grain consuming 7 plump ones. When none of his magicians or wise men could decipher their meaning, the cupbearer finally remembered the Hebrew prisoner. Joseph was hastily brought from the dungeons, cleaned and dressed, to stand before the most powerful man in the known world, prepared to reveal the divine plan hidden within the royal visions. Standing before the throne, Joseph listened to Pharaoh's dreams and, with wisdom granted from God, explained their significance. He declared that the dreams were a prophecy. Egypt would experience 7 years of unprecedented abundance, immediately followed by 7 years of a devastating famine that would ravage the land. More than just an interpreter, Joseph laid out a comprehensive plan to save the entire nation. He advised Pharaoh to appoint a wise and discerning administrator to oversee the collection and storage of grain during the years of plenty, creating vast reserves to sustain the people through the lean years. Pharaoh, profoundly impressed and recognizing the divine spirit within the young man, saw Joseph as the answer to his dilemma. In a stunning reversal of fortune, he elevated Joseph from a forgotten prisoner to the vizier of Egypt, second only to Pharaoh himself. Placing his own signet ring on Joseph's finger, he entrusted him with the fate of the kingdom. When the great famine tightened its grip across the region, its reach extended to the land of Canaan, forcing Joseph's 10 older brothers to journey to Egypt in a desperate search for grain. They came before the powerful Egyptian governor, bowing low to beg for food, completely unaware that they were prostrating themselves before the very brother they had sold into slavery decades earlier. Joseph recognized them instantly but concealed his identity, choosing instead to test their hearts to see if they had changed. After a series of trials that pushed them to their moral limits, Joseph could no longer contain his emotions. He revealed himself in a flood of tears, not with a spirit of vengeance, but with profound grace and forgiveness. "You intended to declared, his voice filled with emotion. But God intended it for good to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives. Through this powerful act of forgiveness, a broken family was restored, a nation was preserved, and Joseph's prophetic dreams were finally and fully realized.